What it do? It's your girl Zen with another episode of Close One. Today we are going to cover my man, my brother from another mother at Yelp. He's responsible for closing over $2.4 million, and there's only a few of those that's done it at Yelp. And so we're going to talk about the pains, the struggles, his tips, his tricks on how to become a President's Club master. Learn from the man himself, Rob Decoito. Yeah. So, Rob, brother!
What's up, Shen? What's up, Shenny? Grind seeing you in a minute, man. It's nice to see you, girl. You know, I know we don't get the ticket because, you know, you busy and shit, but.
No, yeah, well, you're busy too because you're building your own company now, right? Tell me about it.
All right, so I don't even know if I'm gonna keep his name on it though. So
see, you got serious. See, this is the hustle. I mean, we play, but we also work really hard.
You do it the right way, and when you do it and you engage people well, shit, of course I'm gonna tell you about it. Plus, I don't feel like you're trying to like work with me. I just feel like, you know, just trying to be like my partner because good salespeople are your friend at the end of the day.
Right. Exactly. How did you get started as a salesperson, and how did you convert from an account executive to an entrepreneur?
Ooh, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
All right, look. So, you know, as being what I consider myself a career salesperson, right? I knew I could sell other people's shit, but I realized, you know, if you're going to go be a career salesperson or you pull some shit off at Yelp where you go give them $2 million, that was kind of some shit. It was great that I was able to accomplish that, but it was also kind of a blow to my ego because like I could have sold $2 million of anything and it could have been my own money at the end of the day. And that was kind of where the big like aha moment hit because I felt like if you're going to go sell something, it should be your own. It should be your own product. But more importantly, if you got swayed to go sell somebody else's shit, you sell something that you love, that you really are truly and passionate about, that shit will go. And I mean, baby, like I'm passionate about weed and it's legal here in my state. So I'm going to go hustle that shit out and make some money. You feel me?
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's legal here in Las Vegas. I mean, this is the future. It's legal. Colorado, where else? Seattle?
Yeah. And it's blowing up the East Coast right now. I mean, you can feel free if you want to keep this in the recording or not, but shit, girl, pounds go for like $4,000 in the East Coast right now.
Yeah.
Cash, the money is here. And one thing I learned in college was America's best cash crop is marijuana at the end of the day. So I'd rather go roll with that shit and hustle that out than stick and go sell somebody others like, you know, software and shit. So that was kind of like why I decided I was like, man, let me go try to do this show on my own because I already know how to sell it. I just needed a dope ass product. And of course I could flip it out there. That was
And the top reps usually are entrepreneur minded. You want to hustle. Like when we close deals, we just we're selling them ourselves, who we are and the product that we're selling, whether it's advertising or software or I don't know, cookies, whatever it is.
So I changed it now. All right, look, so I'm debating that or it's going to be TGK. TBK. TBK stands for Town Business Chronic with a K. I didn't want to do like hella shit, you know, because I didn't want it to be like power pack weed or even like some like hippie stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, people still say the best quality of medical marijuana comes from the Bay Area, especially comes from the East Bay. So I felt I wanted to brand that. So that's where I'm from here. That's what trained me. So I felt like, you know, it would be a good selling aspect to pick it off.
Yeah. So are you operationalizing everything? You're growing everything from seed to where do you buy your seeds? Like, how does this work? I have no idea.
Well,
educator, if you were to teach someone to do what you're doing right now, what are the steps that they need to do in order to build their own crops or get into this industry?
First, you just gotta go get a plant first and love that plant. Figure out how that plant blooms before you go get some more ones. But Shenny, getting plants is hella easy. Shenny, people like you and me still, we can go get plants two ways. We can go get them legally in the club, or we can go get them illegally in the trap. We can both go either ways nowadays. This part, you kind of need a pair of balls. You and me got it though. Like we can go in the traps and go get it. And you can still do that to start off your business. However, you know, in California, I'd like to do this a little bit legal per se. I don't want to be hood for the rest of my life. Yeah. All you really need is, girl, it's so fucking easy nowadays. Like all you need is just a license. You need to know how to grow power packs. Like you need to grow like some like good ass weed. It's very competitive here. But once you nail down the basics, I mean, shit, girl, people always like, oh, Rob, you're a drug dealer. Oh, that's so cool. That's so fancy. I'm a fucking farmer. I water these babies and fucking prune them and talk to them all the day. So it's not glamorous at all, but you just,
it's pretty glamorous.
Yeah, it's like growing roses or, you know, like a florist or some shit like that. It's not like, I don't think it's anything like, you don't need like a degree.
It's not tulips though. It's real stuff. It makes money.
It's real. I can look at it. It blows good. It tastes good. I get high. The people I sell it to, they get happy when I sell it to them. So, you know, it's nice.
It's such a fun conversation to just go into the rabbit hole talking about weed, but I'm going to turn it back into your experience as an AE. Like, all right. So tell us how you got started and how did you close your first deal?
How I got started as the AE?
Yeah.
I'll just keep it real with you. All right. So like I graduated from college, went to St. Mary's, right? Yeah. I wanted to work in a tech company because, you know, I'm in the Bay. I'm from the Bay. There's the only thing that's there, fucking tech companies. So I applied to Facebook. They never got back to me. They just denied the kid. Google made me take some some math test. This is way, way back in the days, right? I took that. I clearly bombed that shit because they didn't hit me back either. And then it was just some random chick. I don't remember her name anyway. Anyways, another woman of the past was like, yo, you heard about this site called Yelp? And I was like, no, like, what's that? It sounds stupid. And it does, if you think about it, right? And she hit me and she was like, why don't you just interview there? It seems cool. A lot of people use it. It seems like it might blow up. So I was like, damn, I don't know. So I went there. They were kind of just like, you know, like, hey, Yelp's cool. If you want the job, like, we'll fucking throw you on the phones in like 2 weeks. We'll just see what you do. And I was just like, man, fuck that shit. Like, and basically they said, like, you know, what makes you think you can do that? I pointed outside at the glass mirror where you can see everybody on the phones and stuff. And I was just like, look, if they can do it, I can do it. Like, I'm clearly flyer than all them. So that was kind of like my motivation to come get out there. So yeah, girl. All right, look. So all right, the first business I closed, but I was calling, you know, like we had some tight territories. Like we was calling like real cities and shit. Back then, they gave you some garbage, you know. So I was calling like nowhere. It was Coconut Springs, Florida. What? Where'd you call, Shan?
No, I got 94103. I'm one of the OGs, so I got a good zip code. I'm San Francisco.
Oh, baby, I had to work before I can go get my shit. Anyways, so look, I called this Chinese, but nobody and their mama wanted to buy this shit in Florida. Nobody. They were like, what is this? I don't want this. We don't even know what this is yet. And it was tough. This Chinese restaurant, what sold Cuz, and I remember it too, because what sold Cuz is telling him what he needs and why this is important to him. Like, it wasn't bullshitting him anymore. No more product demo, bullshit, tech this, la, la, la. It was just like, look, dude, 1,500 people saw your page on Yelp last month. You had 40 people call you through the Yelp app. That's important. And that shit is affecting your business. Whether you choose to believe me or not, the numbers don't lie. And that shit sold to him. And I feel like that's the reason why he bought it, is because I made him see the value that this shit was affecting his business and the potential, you know, like that he could do better. Yeah. And that's how I snagged him on. That was my first deal on the phones, man. I was like the last one to do it. It was hard, but yeah, that was it.
You were the last person to close?
No, I was. You know who the last person was? Her name was Tammy Soto. We should go hit up her.
I remember. Yeah. She's also like a hard worker. She's been in President's Club a couple of times. How many times have you been in President's Club?
Ouch. Jesus, twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
But you closed over 2 million. That's, oh my God, that's so much.
2.4 million.
$2.5 million already. That's, and these are packages at $300 per month to $1,000 per month, but most of the packages close at $500 per month, which is like a $6,000 ARR deal. And you were able to move from AE to manager. Is that correct?
Oh, Shanny. So here's Shanny. After when you bounced, I went up all the AE titles as you can go, and then I transferred to this role. It was called local client partner. And check this out. So basically, I was an account manager. I had a book of business, and my goal was strictly to get these dudes to renew. And it was pretty sweet, man, because like I feel like, especially like with you and me, like you and me got a lot of our business from being like really cool people. Like people knew like we weren't taking advantage of them. We were giving them a good value. We were giving them what they needed. And they always told their friends and family, just like selling weed. But like, you know, it's that same kind of boat. And the LCP program was tight because then you just talk to these businesses. You could have the real conversation, right? Because most of these people, like, they don't know you. You're a voice over here. And you're calling them, they're giving you money. So they want to try this to see if this works. But once they know it works, then after that point, Shani, it was just like, why are you spending $300 a month? You've had this thing for 5 years. Spend $5,000 a month. You know this works. Do it. Those conversations, that shit was hella fun. And that's like, I did that before I ended up quitting because I got bored. But
yeah, that's what it is, huh? It was boredom. That's
tough.
pretty much how people just leave Yelp. It's that I feel like that's how I felt towards the end.
But it's the same pitch, you know, over and over again, la la la. And it's the only thing that I really like, you said it about entrepreneurs, girl, is just like real, like we're good salespeople because we're entrepreneur minded, but also we're talking to these business owners, these hustlers, and having those conversations are always fun because you get to talk. Like one reason like why I wanted to start off my own business is I've talked to enough of these people who are just like, you know, I'm Rob's carpet cleaning business in nowhere and I'm going to do this. I'm like, damn, everybody's out here living their dream and Rob ain't doing shit. Like, nah. Like, cause we game them up, teach them, and they give us on game. They teach us how their shit works. And I always thought that was like really cool. Like some of the shit we learned from those fools, like not fools, just real like smart business owners. Like the things we learned from them though, like, you know, like you can't just take that shit back. And I thought that was like the most valuable part of the job, you know?
Okay, so what advice would you give to your younger self? First month that you got into Yelp, what advice would you give him?
Yeah, I deal with this today still, but I would tell myself not to doubt myself. It's tough. And like, I think this goes to people in general that you are your hardest critic. And I think that your worst enemy could probably be when you look at yourself in the mirror. You're the hardest judge on yourself. And somebody like, especially like myself, like I'm really not easy on myself. Like I try to be perfect. And sometimes it's not. And sometimes I wish I would have just trusted my gut more and took more risks and stopped being more cautious. Because at the end of the day, like being in my 30s now, I mean, dirty 30s is hella fun. And if I would have knew it would have been like this, like I wouldn't have tripped so much in my 20s. So I would have kind of told myself some shit like that. Just grind, man, and you know, and enjoy it. Like the ride's hella fun. The process has been fun. And I just wish I wouldn't have stressed out so much and like, you know, had way less.
Yeah, you changed. You were really kind of quiet back then, and you started to like come into your own like after a year at Yelp. But we really had a crazy training. I mean, those classes were tough, and we had to make 100 calls a day. There was no such thing as inbound. Everyone just fought for the leads, I believe, at like 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm not sure if you were there during that time.
Hell no, I wasn't going at 5 a.m. in the morning. I don't know how you guys did that shit. But you want one thing you brought up, Shani, that's like this is real talk. I don't know if I've ever told you this though, but like I came out of my shell because of you, because at Yelp, I was trying to figure out like who I was and like how to sell and how to be like one of the greats. And you were there. You were always all over the leaderboard. And everybody was like, damn, man, who's this chick from Hawaii with all these tattoos, hella fly all the time, just spitting game, no script, no nothing. Sometimes close a deal in 2 minutes. Like, what's this girl's deal? And then I got blessed, girl, because you got put on my team with Mama V and shit like that. And then y'all made me feel comfortable being myself. And then I started watching the paper come in. It was just like, you know, people I felt could probably smell my bullshit on the phone. But when you're able to have like a honest conversation like that, like that sells to me. That's what it is. So thanks, Shani, for being on my team. I appreciate you.
We had a rock star team. I think our team was the only one that was delivering $300,000 a month at one point. Like I remember having these boards like on the corner and just seeing everyone closing $100,000 months, but our team just tripled everything because the quota was $20,000 per rep, but we were able to increase that to like $80,000 per rep, like just crazy numbers. And we had fun. We didn't really, I don't remember stressing out about work.
I didn't stress out. You want to know I didn't stress out though, is because I had a manager that I knew that she was down for me, that I knew she would support me. And the only thing that man, and V knows this too, but like all V wanted from us was our work ethic. As long as we were down to work, that she would help us to provide us with anything else that we would need. And that, man, God bless that woman. She fought over tooth and nail for us to make sure that, number one, we were happy. And the only thing that we had to do was make these calls. And I never felt like that was my manager. That was more like, that was my friend who's going to help me close this deal. And she did that because, you know, she got paid too off it, you know. So it was in her benefit. And that's what it worked. And that's why I thought it was fun. Plus, you know, like we were a very prideful young group of people, which we can use people. I like to use the word hustlers because, you know, we all really like nice things. And we also like, it was fun to go get it, man. So I think it's just when you get a good team like that, you roll with that shit to the end. So Yeah, man.
I feel like our team is gonna slowly come together again. I have this. I have a good feeling. I'm excited about your venture. I can't wait to see you launch. Do you already have a website? Like, where can people find you?
Tap into Rob on Instagram first.
Instagram.
Right now, honey, I'm only selling on the black market, aka I'm hit the street. I want this shit to blow.
I'm cutting out. You are not gonna sell on the black market.
I don't know how far you are that to go, girl. Find me on Instagram, but check our progress. We just started, but I want to make sure that I'm not going to blow this up, and I don't want to I don't want to be super big. All I want to do is I want to sell really good designer weed that makes you feel good and smells good and tastes good, and of course you pay me a lot of money for it. But keeping it that way.
Are you gonna subscribe it? Like, have a subscription model where people can just subscribe to designer weed and you could deliver kind of like the $1 Million Shave Club?
I have that idea in the back of my pocket. There's a dope one that you can do it with swishers. It'll come just like this, already rolled up, so you can just take it and be out the door. They have those as you can do, but also, I mean, the big money maker too is just to tap in directly with a really nice cannabis club and just be the direct sale, like Harborside, be the main grower for Harborside or some shit like that. So you can definitely do both, but like the high weeds, when pounds go for like 2,000-3,000, those are all designer weed. Those aren't like the bunk weeds that you get from the club. So those are, I mean, that's obviously the goal if you want to like grow like power packs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Amsterdam's.
Yeah.
Give me a pet peeve, like a sales pet peeve. What is one thing that really ticks you off and you just, whether as a buyer or a seller, anything that like just annoys the shit out of you about the sales industry?
Hey, I thought about this one, Shani. I hate fakeness. And what I mean about that is when you get a sales call and somebody's reading a script or they just don't seem genuine, right? Like, and this goes both sides too, right? This can go the salesman's being extra salesy or the buyer's being extra, this needs to be free, or I need an amazing deal. It needs to be $1 or I'll never buy it. This amount of bullshit, this communication of bullshit, not only defeats this deal, it also defeats the value of whatever you're doing. If you're going to dilute the fuck out of this in the first place, you shouldn't buy it in the first. You don't want it, and it's not going to work. And you're not doing a good job as a salesperson either to go get your shit off. When you have those pitches, those are the pitches I used to just walk away from. If you don't want to be serious, you don't want to grow your business, you want to make money, we're not going to have a fucking conversation. Because I'm not here to bullshit you, but I am here to have a talk about why this is going to make you cash. And if you ain't down for that, then that's totally fine. But I always I used to always hate those. Like, let me think about it. Oh, you got a wife? Oh, you got a wife? Where is she? We ain't talked to her all day. You could buy this yourself, man. You can. It's those things that used to just bother me because I like to be honest. That's why some people say people who swear are normally the most honest people. And I swear like a sailor. And I feel like if you bring that sense of honesty, people can also see it. They can smell it. And if they know you're being genuine, like that's how you build trust. If once they trust you, this deal's done. They bought it. Once you get the trust,
Yeah. Being real.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to piss people off. I mean, exactly. There's some people that you're going to jive with and some people that don't. So who cares? Just keep going. You'll find someone that wants that help, and then you can't help someone that doesn't want it.
Hell no, it's easy peasy. And then don't go bad either. If they don't want it, they don't want it. They might want it in a month or two. Shit, you don't know. Don't belittle them, because at the end of the day, Shani, you and me, we make the most of our money off referrals. People love us. At Yelp, it's like, yo, call Shani, call Rob. Why? Yeah. Motherfuckers like us, and they know that we're not going to rip them off. So I can't stress how much referrals have always they've always been the plug and always helped me.
Yeah. It's the strategic calls that got them onboarded. Yeah. You tell them how to improve their business, not just about advertising. You can't do shit with advertising, but if you tell them, okay, look, it looks like you have a negative review about your timing issues. Maybe you should focus on timing issues and let's get you in front of more people and then improve that star rating slowly but surely in a year.
Just like that. It's baby steps. You don't just throw money at it and it works. If that was the case, everybody would do it. I mean, you gotta have like a decent business first. But if you got something hot, if you can get it out to some people, it's go time. We're good.
Right. Yeah. You need to have a decent business first. And then from there you optimize. Very cool. Brother, 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. All right. So the lie. So all right. One truth is going to be. All right. One truth is going to be. I get nervous before every pitch. I don't know why I do. Still do to this day. And I think it's because I write my pitches out. Like I always write out like the objections and shit like that, like on a small one-sheeter before I call to make sure like that I'm ready for whatever. But like I always like I don't know. I still get nervous for every call. My heart pounds a little bit. That's one. I'm hella ugly. That could be another one. That's
I
not.
know we're disqualifying that. No, you need to give.
Oh, shit. I don't know. What other people say in this two truth and a lie thing, man?
With Philip Alvarado,
Yeah.
he said that he made $300,000 when he was 23. He closed like a desperate housewife in LA or something, or Cucamonga, I have no idea. And then the final one is he's made $60,000, or he got paid a $60,000 check before taxes for commission at Yelp. At Yelp.
All right, so here's what it is. So it's gonna be number one, I get nervous for every call. Number two, I'm just gonna be the opposite from Philip. You know, Philip's balling. I manage my money very efficiently, which I don't. That's gonna be the lie. Which is just a trick. This is the point of that. It's just kind of like the humble the kid. Like I may have my shit together, but I very much don't. But the point is, enjoy the process, enjoy the fun.
We'll see what our audience says.
Yeah. All right. So I get nervous. Damn. All right.
What's your pickup line?
What's my pickup line?
With business owners. With businesses.
Well, my pickup line for just business owners is if you're trying to make some money, drop that number. Or if you're trying to make some money, tap in. But we don't have to do that. Damn, Shani, come on. All right. I manage money. And number three is I hate people.
All right. There you go.
And I won't be a dick about it. I'm just an introvert. I do like being quiet. Look how peaceful it is right now. I like being by myself.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. You ready for this?
I'm an introvert. I mean, it seems like I love people, but I always like do my sushi rolls. At the end of the day, I just hide in my little cave, and I need to energize and reboot, or else my brain is just gonna explode. So, all right, that concludes our show. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, comment below. Other than that, don't forget to smash that like button or that subscribe button. But until then, we are out. Peace!